What's up, Jag fam? I'm here with,
Jeremy Drill. I'm a senior here at the CHS JAG.
and I'm going to be asking you a few questions about his Jag experience so far. So, Jaron, what volunteering have you done, and what have you done?
Well, I don't do too much volunteering on my own because I do have a job. I do a lot of volunteering here with JAG and with our coordinator, Ms. Gonzalez. We do go and volunteer at the Heartland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Heartland Elementary every Thursday. But in my particular hour, usually it's on Tuesdays, I believe. We will go up to our district office and help out with Mrs. Tina Henry, who runs our homelessness program.
And so, you volunteering and you here with the Jag program, how would that help you for the future?
I think it just helps me, just get a little experience working in different places, working with different people, and understanding how you have to act in different settings. Like, I can't act the same here at the high school as I do at the elementary.
Of course. So, what do you have planned for the future, and how does that correlate with Jag?
Well, just in the future, I kind of want to go to college, just directly at high school. It may not happen immediately, but hopefully it does. But I know JAG's gonna help me because we've already had like a ton of workshops where people have come in, help us, show us how to do resumes, show us how to look for jobs, apply for jobs, and find out what you're good at.
Thank you. So,
What's up, Jag fam? I'm your host, Xavier Garcia, and welcome to this episode of the News Desk. Thank you, Ryan. Up next is a special employer partner spotlight of APS featuring Vania Pacheco.
My name is Vania Pacheco, and I'm an instructional designer for the design and technology team at APS. So I have been with APS for almost 15 years now. I actually started my career with APS when I was 19 years old, kind of fresh out of high school. I got a job in their call center answering customer calls. APS customers will call in and ask all kinds of questions. They have training programs that you apply for to learn other parts of the business. What I do now, I support that design and technology team as an instructional designer. And what that means is that I primarily support implementation of new programs and systems, as well as training needs to support enhancements to existing tools and softwares. First, I'll mention our internships that we have. This is for any students that are going to college full-time. APS works with some of the colleges and has an internship program for college students where you can come and actually work at APS as an intern and get real life experience in whatever field it is that you're studying. We also have opportunities for those who are looking for jobs that are more hands-on or are more comfortable with working outdoors. This is in the form of apprenticeship. The call center is constantly hiring throughout the year. The JAG program offers so much when it comes to learning about customer service, about empathy, about passion for the customer. Finally, there are a lot of positions that are also open throughout the year that are like entry-level positions. Everyone has a different path, so follow yours. When it comes to your career, if you follow your own path, you'll find success. Secondly, I would say find out what you love to do and what you're good at to help you figure out what steps to take in your career. I would say don't settle just for any job. Instead, when you apply for a job, keep two questions in mind. And so one I'd say is, can I see myself doing this job for 3 years, let's say? And two, is there room to move at this job? And it's tough because I think about these JAG students, and when I was in that position, just getting out of high school, it's hard to say like, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. And like I said, it's not like that for every student. Some people just know like, hey, I want to do this and I'm going for it, But I wasn't like that. I had no idea what I wanted to do. When I was in high school, I did culinary arts. And so I thought I wanted to be a chef for the longest time. And then when I got done with high school, I was like, maybe I don't want to do that. And my friend was going for nursing. And I was like, okay, I'll just go for nursing, because that's what she's doing. And it wasn't my passion. It wasn't what I'm good at. And it just so happens that I got a position in the call center at APS. I was not expecting to find my career here at APS. When I came into the call center, I just thought this is just a job, another job. But, slowly throughout the years, I found that there's so much that they offer and there's so many things I can do. And depending on what I'm good at, I can try for those things. And, you know, now here we are 15 years later, and I'm still with APS, and they've helped me grow.
Thank you, Vania, for sharing about careers at APS. Once a year, the JAG students at Coronado High School pack up their winter clothes and head up north for a leadership camp at Tonto Creek. The purpose of the camp is to bring students together for team building, leadership workshops, bonding, and exploring the great outdoors. Now, let's hear from 3 students as they share their leadership camp experience.
Good morning, my name is Gabriella Williams and I'm a senior in the JAG program.
And good morning, my name is Angela Mencia and I am the secretary of the JAG program.
Good morning, my name is Miguel Cisneros and I am the Leadership Development Chair of the JAG program. We attended camp on February 4th of 2022, Tonto Creek Camp.
Camp with our coordinator, Ms. Paez, and 2 chaperones from our school, which is Mullins and Mr. Keller.
The theme of our camp was leadership.
My favorite workshop was the one where we got to write on a piece of paper about what people think of us in the outside, but what we really are in the inside. And we all got to present it, and just hearing everyone's stories about everything was pretty cool too. Just getting to understand everybody more too.
We had to go with the juniors, and I personally never got to know any of the juniors, but once it came to this trip, I got to know every single one of them, their routine, how they their humor. And so I would say that was my favorite and the best part of the trip.
My favorite workshop was the workshop where we had to pick a partner and we basically sculpted them into what we saw them, and we had to explain why we sculpted them into that position and what they represent. And it was something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, my favorite was the obstacle courses. So the people that were running it there, her name was Brooks, and she had so much games in mind. And so we had to use our skills and teamwork to overcome these obstacles.
When we did the JAG Olympics, we all got into these teams and everything, and made up our own dance, and then just did these activities and got to see who would win. It was pretty fun.
My favorite outdoor activity has got to be probably when we went hiking. It was just very enjoyable just to see the scenery and all the trees and stuff, the wildlife. It was cool. All the waterfalls were very enjoyable as well.
And the weather.
The last day we got to just fit everything in, and we were all super busy, but it was super fun.
This was my first time experiencing camp. It was very enjoyable, very eye-opening. Got to meet a lot of my peers that are within my JAG program and got to understand them a lot more and see who they truly were, and it was a good experience. Something that I would for sure do again if I could.
Yeah, it was my first time going to a camp like this before, and it was just really cool getting away from town with my friends like this. So
it was one giant sleepover.
Yeah. I think a time where we were all bonding, personally what I think is at the campfire, because we were all just yelling out stories and everything. One of our teachers was there telling us stories, and it ended up being a joke, so we're all laughing about it. So I think we all bonded and thought it was funny at the time. So
where I think we most bonded at was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We all were brought together and had stories to tell each other. Yeah, so that was probably the part where we bonded the most.
I personally think we bonded the most in the JAG Olympic activities. Everybody just got super competitive and was all over the place. It was just super fun to see everybody get along and actually want to win.
Yeah.
If I learn anything about myself, I think I learned that my independence more. Just because I'm a senior and I'm going to be ending up going to college somewhere else away from my parents, I felt like going to camp away from them was a good thing for me to learn my independence. So
one thing I learned about myself through camp was that I feel like I have to go out and appreciate nature a little more and not be so focused on my cellular device, etc., and just go out and take in the reality around me.
I learned a lot about the juniors, and I think I also got to bond more with one of my closer friends in my class.
For me, it was one person, and from the beginning of the year, her and I had never spoke in the JAG program, and all of a sudden, once we started doing these trips, we became partners. and I got really close to her and got to know her. And if it wasn't for Jag, I would have never.
Also for me, it got to be my roommate actually. His name is Brian. He seems to be a very quiet person. Doesn't really like to talk. Is super shy, but I got to talk to him and get him out of his comfort zone and just have a good time with him. And it was something that I really liked.
I think everyone should join this camp, yes, because I feel like, just like Miguel said, one of our peers is super shy, and just getting him out of his comfort zone and everybody else was pretty cool. And we also got to bond with them more, and everyone just got to know each other more. So everyone got out of their comfort zone too and was more comfortable with each other when we got back to school from that camp. So
I 1000% agree with her, and it's also coming from if you're willing to as well.
Yeah, and I also agree with them as well. I mean, it's a great experience. You come back with a whole different mindset and something that you will look forward to and appreciate doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like after we came back from camp, we all kind of got more comfortable with each other. So that was pretty cool too.
We actually feel like a family.
We kind of just feel the vibe more we're all kind of a big family now. Jag has made a big difference in my life just because of my public speaking has gotten way better, and I feel way more confident than speaking in front of people that I may not be as comfortable with. And yeah, so it definitely boosts my confidence level more.
For me, I would say Jag helped me educational wise. At the beginning of my freshman and sophomore year, my GPA was a 2.5. And then once I joined the Jag program my junior year, it's bumped up to a 2.9 to a 3.0. So Jag has saved my life.
Yeah, Jag has also helped me in many different ways. It's helped me mature as a person in school, be more professional, and that just made me a better self-rounded person overall.
This has helped us tremendously with our goals. She does feel like a mom to literally all of us. She has that mama bear feeling towards us. So we're if someone said something about it, she would attack them because she's our mama bear. So she helps me a lot with the career that I want to go into with college a lot, and she opened my eyes to it more too.
For me, following back to that support system and how she helped me with my future was, I don't really get asked at home how are my grades or how I'm doing at school, but Miss Paez is the one willing to check up. And I love that, and it makes me want to do better.
Yeah, like they said, Miss Paez she shows everybody the equal amount of love, and she just wants the best for everybody, and we can truly see that, and we appreciate that. And that's something that I appreciate, because I know I can do so much, and Miss Paez sees the potential in all of us.
Oh yeah.
Back to the news desk. Thank you, Miguel, Angela, and Gabriella for sharing your leadership camp experience. Let's spin the wheel of names. Congratulations to Anthony Mondru and Jasmine Margaret Batalones. We'll contact your coordinator, so be on the lookout for your Jag swag. Thank you all for tuning in. See you in the next episode.